Sentimental FX update for the 2nd of Feb. Gold, monthly pivot 1871. Your monthly support 1 is 1783. So that's where we would target because we're below pivot. And if we're above pivot, we target MR1. SLC above is 1877 and the one below is 1828. Check your moving average trend. It's bearish on all time frames. And we're below monthly pivot and we are a sell. S&P. So I don't know if you saw my video yesterday. So I was saying that we were going to get to MR1 because we had a bounce and pivot, and that happened sooner than I had imagined. That actually was quite a big move very suddenly. So next target is here, 3954, which sounds bonkers, it sounds ludicrous, but because we're above MR1, we have to target MR2. And can't show the stop loss clusters. I thought we could have the order book, but I'm not sure whether or not we had a software glitch. So I'm going to investigate that a little bit. Moving average trend is ascending and it's looking quite bullish on different time frames. Plus the retail guys sold indices on average a lot. So that's going to help propel prices up because they're trying to short it and the price goes up to punish them. So keep an eye on 3829. Could be like a decent resistance because it is MR1 and we came so quick, so suddenly, so we can maybe teeter on MR1, maybe. So we'll go AJ. Very wide stops, incredibly wide, and you note that actually MR1 and MS1 are very close. We're below monthly pivot at 17993. SLC above is 8102, 7897. One below. We're buy at the high level. AU, they're not as wide on these stops. 7605 and 7549. We are buy at the high level, but I think we're going to cross over and it's going to join the other dollar pairs. Interestingly enough, the dollar yen was the one that actually led the charge, so that's interesting. EA 15950, 15740. Your monthly pivot's here at 15834. So it looks like we're going to break below. Check your signal, check your sentiment. EU, so we crossed over the 50%, so it's a sell. SSC above 12050 and 11998, so pretty much on the round number, pretty much, yeah, 1.2. And there's your monthly support 1, so that could hold. So we've got a signal to sell this. We could bounce off that, so you know, remember that number. It could be a key support. GU 13661, 13598. There's your monthly pivot at 13636. If you remember me saying yesterday, it's easy to remember, 3636. Yeah, we get this below, and then it'll be technically bearish, but we are sentimental buy. So this chopped around a lot. Because it's a buy and the Euro USD is a sell, it should help the Euro Pound. And I've got a bearish bias on that, as you'd know. So that should help push price down on the EG. NU 7151 and below 7089. We're buy at the high level. This is the high level and this is the low level. This is time, and that's like a snapshot. This was a largest mover over the last 24 hours. Just that. So we see how it's a mirror image. You know, we come down. We're broken pivot. 12675, 12620. Yeah, we're about at the high level, but if it continues this way, we're going to cross the 50%, and then it'll start tumbling down, and we'll get some support at MS1, which coincides with that low, which is really interesting. Yeah, that's actually quite spooky. So there's some support here, and then you've got technical support here. So 125.62. Pound yen 143.60, 143.09. We're about at a high level, sideways, and yeah. So there's your monthly pivot as well. So technically we're buy because we're above that. Dollar yen. This was on a bit of a tear. Look at this move. My FX book are very skewed. So it's FX Blue. These guys got really, they got hammered a bit. Yeah, wow, they're really holding on. So there's that bullish move because they sold it and it crossed the 50% mark. Your SLC 105.20, 104.80. There's your monthly pivot, and we held monthly pivot last month quite well, and we're well above February's. Could carry on because we're very skewed, and it needs to take these stops in order to punish them, so we can continue. MR1 is 105.57. Dollar CAD. You'll see on the bubble chart the CAD bubble is strong, so it's actually stronger than the US. So we could potentially see this fall because the CAD's a bit stronger than the dollar, the US dollar. 128.80 and 127.92. See, the moving average trend is quite bearish apart from the daily, so we could come down and get that SRC. I think we're not that far away, 10 pips. So yeah, and we've got some support here, as you can see. This is a free indicator from FX SSI, and the stop loss clusters are in the Pro membership. And if you wanted the promo code, it's QuasiDB, so that's easy to remember. Dollar Swiss. This is going well. This is a signal to buy. If you did take it, keep an eye on 89.70 because that's MR1. MR2 is up here at 90.32. SLC is 90.20 and 89.54. We could target that. If they continue to sell it, we'll definitely come up. But the moving average trend's a bit bearish on the small time frames. So ideally, you'd want them all to be green, ideally. And that's it. So I'm just going to quickly look at the euro pound. So there's my bias. Technically, we're below monthly pivot, but descending trend line. We did break this one. And fundamentals as well, because the pound should be a bit stronger than the euro. Vaccine news and Brexit, that's gone this in the past now. And so that's it, I think. There's Bitcoin's monthly pivot, which I was telling you guys to look at. We had a nice healthy bounce off it. It is 33858. And so we can target up here 40,704. And that's going to be your target because we're above monthly pivot. So it sounds ludicrous, but that's what we have to do, is to think logically. We don't think for emotions. Just look at price. Is it above? If so, yeah, we target that. If we're below that, we target this. Let's keep it nice and simple. I hope the video was useful, and hope you have a good evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.